Hi, welcome back to Bill's next tutorial for Excel. I'm going to open the YouTube tutorial 3 that we were using. I'm going to blow it up for the full screen. Now what should we do this time? We'll insert a few rows with above average. I'll insert a couple of rows there. And we're going to show the percentage of the total. The reason I'm doing this is to show you how to use some more keys for basic formulas. I'm going to use equals, and I'm going to have April's total as the percentage. I'm going to equals B14 divided by H14. Using my mouse, that's the easiest way. That gives me 0.1164. I'm going to format that my shortcut way without using the icons. Format percentage. Have we got percentage here? Yes, percentage. And it's to 2 decimal places there. I could change it to 3 or more. I'm going to go back to 2. Whoops, gone the wrong way. And let's have a look at what that is. And now I'm going to copy that across just by dragging the little square box at the bottom of the rectangle. I'm going to drag that across all the way. Now that didn't work. There's a reason for that. It's a deliberate error. Everything in Excel is relative unless you tell it otherwise. So B14 divided by H14, when I drag it across, if you look up here, it's C14 divided by I14. It's no longer H, it's moved across, which is what you'd expect because it's relative. So if I go back to here, I'll delete all of those, highlight them, press the delete key, come back to 11.64%. The H, now there's different ways you can do this. If that didn't work, my keyboard is not what I thought it was. I'll do it the manual way. I'm going to put a $ in front of the H. That means that the H is now pegged. That's pegging the column. You can peg the row, you can peg the column, you can peg both of them. I'm just going to peg the H. So when I grab that formula and drag it across, you'll see that it now works. Each time I come across, the column has changed, but for the first part of the formula, C, D, E, looking up here, but the H is pegged because I kept it with $1 in front of it, which makes it fixed or absolute. So that's cool, that works. So that's showing you how to use two things, how to make a formula from a relative formula to what they call a mixed formula. Because I've got, the first part is totally relative and the second part is fixed on the H. So, and it also shows you how to use the divide key, which is the slash, which is that symbol there. So /. Now what we might do is we might insert a whole host of rows because I want to show you something else, and might insert that should do. I'm going to highlight all of that with my mouse key, holding, I'll go back because I'm going too fast. Put the cursor on A5, hold down the left mouse button and drag it until you've highlighted the lot. Right click inside, left click copy. I'll come down a couple, there's a reason for this, I'll show you in a minute. And I'm going to go paste. I'll insert a row there as well. Now you're thinking, why have I done this? Well, I'm just going to show you something like that. I'm going to format this to what currency? Format cells, and I'm going to go to currency. And you can, if we were to select this, it's showing you dollars, okay? I'm going to go back in there, format, and I'm going to select currency, and here you see the symbol. We've got the $, and you've got all the different pounds and all sorts of other things down here. If I keep coming down, I'll drag that down. I'm going to, now you'll see the letters for the currencies. I'm going to format the first lot to NZ dollars. So when you see something, and it could be in a report where you've got multi-currencies, it's very handy to see the currency. You see there, they've all got NZD in front of them. So that's great. I'm going to format the bottom lot, we'll make it US dollars. format that. We'll come down, select currency again, select the symbol, come all the way down, it's near the bottom, USD. Now I'm going to highlight the values in the bottom panel and I'm going to delete them. And I'm going to insert a variable here. I'm going to call it the NZD slash USD FX rate. That stands for the New Zealand dollar slash US dollar foreign exchange rate. I did have a look earlier on. It doesn't matter what we use, but that's fairly accurate today, being the 12th of April 2026. I'm going to format that to 4 decimal places, and I could. I'll leave that there for now. I'll just show you something about that. I'm going to have that all the way across. I'm going to just make it a little bit tidy. Right click, format my cells, and put the borders in. So that's got borders all the way across. Now I'm going to put a formula in here which converts the NZ dollars from the panel above to US dollars from the panel below. So I'll start with the equal sign, move my cursor up to my NZ dollars, and then I'm going to divide it by, which is the slash, that's the slash there which we showed you to get the percentage of total in row 30. We're going to divide it by 0.58 because that's the exchange rate. Now, if I hit enter, it'll give me a figure in US dollars, but it'll have fractions of a cent. I'll show you, if I come across, it's going to 0.793, which is impossible because we're dealing with cents and dollars. So I'm going to modify that formula. I'm going to put what they call round. It's a round function, R-O-U-N-D. Left bracket in front of what we want to round. Go to the end of the data. I'm going to 2 decimal places, so I'm going to go to comma 2. So now, if I was to go to 3 decimal places, the last place will be 0. I'm just showing you that there on purpose, so I'm going to go back to 2 decimal places. Now again, if I was to copy that down, I would have problems because the B16 would move to B17. So I am going to put my cursor there and put a dollar sign in front of that. So now I can copy that down. If I drag that down. Now, oh, that didn't work. I'll undo. What did we do there wrong? I'm going to, I'll copy it, see if we can figure out what we've done wrong. We're going to paste. I'm going to select my paste special, all except borders. I don't really want any borders in there. And something's gone wrong. What have we done? What have we done wrong? B7. What was the first one? The first one was B6. That's correct. Divided by B16. That's correct. I know. I can see what I've done wrong. I have put the dollar sign in front of the B. I'd like to say that was a deliberate error, but it was just me making a mistake. I should have put the dollar sign in front of the 16 because it's the row 16 we want to keep fixed. So I'm going to copy that now and come back down. Paste special, all except borders, so we don't get the lines in the middle of the cells. There we go. Now I can highlight all of that and bring it all the way across. Again, column H is not wide enough. If you see here, we've got all the hashes, so we'll go up to the top and we'll double click. And the same over here in column C. So we've shown you a few things there. We've shown you how to use a round function, equal round. You type in your equal round, left bracket, and then go to the end of the formula that you had, put your comma for your places. You could round it to whole dollars. I've rounded it to dollars and cents. Now, what I want to do also while we're in this tutorial is to show you what I use for formatting conventions. You don't have to. This is purely what I do. I'm going to highlight my data. It's my raw data. And I'm going to use the fill option up the top here. More colours. I like my colours. I'm going to give it a very light yellow. That didn't work. Let's try that again. It was too light. We'll get some more colours. Maybe that one there. Yeah, there we go. Very light, and I'm going to highlight my data again, and I'm going to go to more colours. I do like a dark blue. It's one of my favourite colours. What I'm doing here is I'm showing that's the data. The only other data thing is the variable for the exchange rate. So what I've done here is I can, because it's for my conventions, for myself only, I can come into the spreadsheet. I can see everything in light yellow with the blue formatting for the font, light yellow for the background is my data. The rest of these numbers, the ones that are black with a white pale background, no background, that's my formulas. So I know if I need to change anything straight away, I can look at my spreadsheet and go, hello, that's what I need to change, the stuff that's in the light yellow background. That's just my personal preference. I was brought up old school with an ex-sergeant major as my senior accountant when I was 17, and he was very, very keen on layout, and it's stood me very good over the years. I might do something else. If we were to change this whole, the FX rate, if we were to change it from 0.56 to 0.57, notice it doesn't work because the other variables across here in cell C16 all the way across to cell G16, they haven't changed. So I'll undo that, going up to the undo in the top left here, undo typing. What I'll do in here is I will put in my equals, I will make it B16, but I'll also make it totally, I could copy that across and it will work. The other option is that I could go equals B16 and come back to that cell and make the whole cell fixed, so that when I copy it across, it's always going to be B16. It won't ever be anything else. If I now change that to 0.57, the whole model will change. This is one of the beauties of using Excel. You get your formulas, you get your layout, and then you know that something might change over time, and you want to make it as simple as possible, so you change as few figures as possible. In this case, we change one figure, and the whole spreadsheet changes. Well, that's probably enough for this tutorial. We've shown you how to use the divide sign. We've shown you how to create percentages. We've shown you how to use equal round, and we've shown you my preference. It's only my preference for format for layout, but you'll end up over time, if you do pursue Excel, you'll end up with your own preferences. Thanks very much for watching. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now.